What is going on, YouTube? It has been a minute since I picked up the camera, but here we are. Today we have something to install on the M3 that'll allow us to give it a little bit more power. So if you guys are new here, if this is your first time seeing the channel, this is my 2015 M3. It's a manual. We recently did a single turbo kit on it. This is a speed tech kit with a PSR 6466. We also upgraded the clutch. And yeah, right now we are not done with tuning yet. We're still in the process of everything. My tuner told me I needed a low pressure fuel pump, so that's what we're going to be installing today. Currently right now the boost is limited to like 32 psi, which sounds crazy, but we can go a little bit more than that once we install this low pressure fuel pump. And then we'll also be able to run full E85 as well. And currently for fueling, all I have right now is the port injection with 750cc injectors and then motive controlling all of that. All right, real quick, we are going to pull off this plastic panel. Right under here is where our motive is, and we have to find aux input number 2, which I believe is this gray wire right here. So this is what's going to trigger our fuel pump. Now we have to remove the rear seat, and all you do is just pull up on it, pops right out. Same with the other side, and then this should just come right out. And also, if you have rear heated seats, make sure to unclip those before you pull this thing all the way out. You don't want to mess up those wires. All right, now the rear seat is out of the way, so you just flip this over, and right here, a couple of plastic 10 mils, pull all those off, and then this cover comes right off, and under that will be our fuel pump. All right, we got this off now. This is the top of the fuel pump assembly, and I also have my flex fuel sensor in here, so hopefully this can still fit here in the same spot when we throw in the new setup. But yeah, I'm gonna pull this off, and after that, we don't have the special tool to take off this locking ring, so a flathead and a little mallet will do. Undo this locking ring, and then we should be able to start pulling the assembly out. And I believe in there we might have to disconnect some hoses off of the assembly. All right, got the metal locking ring out, just sat here, wheeled on it for a while with the flathead and a hammer. It's finally out. Now we got towels everywhere here because this is ready to pull out. All right, it's out now. Not gonna lie, that was kind of a pain. There's like a hose at the bottom that you kind of like gotta twist and unclip it and pull it out. And then there's also a like wiring harness that's connected up to it at the very top. So that's like one of the first things you do. I watched a different YouTube video in order to get this out, and I will link that video down below or like pop up on the screen or something like that, just so you guys could get a better understanding at it. All right, so I just got off of the phone with one of my boys, Kel V. He also has a single turbo F80 M3, and he got this exact same pump, and he told me that the brushless version sits inside here and it doesn't have this extra thing here. So I wish I would have known that, because that would have been more simple. But he basically told me put this inside the tank first and then drop this part into the tank with the hose connected, obviously, and then tilt this that way once it's all in there, and reach your arm in there and try to get this on. So yeah, this is going to be a pain for real, but that is basically how we're going to put this in. Hopefully I can get it done within the next 30 minutes. I don't know, we'll see. This is going to be a struggle. I wish I would have known that brushless was built into here, but yeah, you live and you learn. After a couple hours of struggling, it's finally in. I finally got that pump sitting on the bracket, wired up. Oh my goodness, you guys. I probably said it in the beginning of the video because I didn't want to waste you guys' time, but do not buy this. If you do buy this, buy the brushless version, and you won't have to deal with that extra pump sitting on the side. I wish I would have known that information before I bought this, but we're here now. It is what it is now. And yeah, buy the brushless one. All right, let me show you guys how I routed this harness. So it went over here, opened up these plastic things with a little flathead, stuck them in there, closed it back up, and then routed it through here and through over there. Pull off this panel right there with that little clip, that trim clip, and then pop this back. And then yeah, it's super easy to put it back there to the battery. Now obviously over here you're going to connect the positive wire to the battery, and then the ground to any ground source back here, and then after that we should be done for that part of it. All right, you guys, it is mostly put back together. Everything's done, everything's wired up. The only thing I have to put back is the rear bottom section of the seat, which is a pain in the ass because the seatbelt buckles are hard to get through. But it's time to start it, make sure that it still runs. So yeah, let's give it a little start. Sounds fine, sounds good. Close the valves real quick. By the way, I got a Valtronic clone exhaust. That video's not out yet because I haven't gotten good sound clips, so that'll be the next video. But now all I have to do is go out for a drive and see if fuel pressure drops. Hopefully it doesn't drop, and hopefully the pump actually turns on. I know the pump for sure is working, but I just don't know if that trigger will actually trigger it, but it should, because according to the logs, aux2 gets turned on and stuff. But yeah, quick video. I don't know how long this video is, but man, that was a pain in the ass for real. If you're planning on doing this, go with the brushless setup. But as always, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Peace.